Hello, I'm Ben O'Connor. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at Total Seal. And today we're going to go over some of the functions of the powered ring filer. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to dress your wheel. And to do that, you need to take your diamond cutter, set your table down. There's a diamond cutter here. You slide that up against the grinding wheel till it just barely touches it. All right, tighten that up. Turn the machine on. And we want to just barely make a pass. The idea is just to get that good and flat. And notice it's got a little skip in there, so we're going to adjust this in a little bit until we get a nice, even cut. The idea is that we want a flat surface through the whole grinding process. And this is a new wheel, so it's going to take a little bit longer than once you've broken it in and used it a few times. And you can see we're getting pretty close here. So just make a nice light pass. All right, the idea is we just want to get it good and flat. Okay, we're going to remove the diamond cutting tool. And now we'll set it up to take our ring. I'm going to loosen this knob first. This is what's going to help keep our ring square to the wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this in like this. I'm going to take this adjuster or this flat here. We're going to tilt this down. We're going to bring the ring in and bring it up against this surface here. There's a flat surface there, and up against this post here. And what we want to do is get that where it's square up against that stop. And then we're going to move this, go up against the ring, and tighten this up. And what that does is now our ring's positioned properly and ready to be ground. So we don't want the ring to hit the wheel before we're ready to cut it. And at this point, we've already decided how much material we need to remove from the ring. So we're going to start the machine, zero our gauge, and when we bring it down, we're going to bring the adjustment in until the ring just barely touches the grinding wheel. You want to move it a little bit as you adjust it, real slowly. Might take a little bit of time, but you don't want to crash it into the wheel, so take your time. And you can see, I'm going to start to make noise there. All right, we're going to call this our 0 point. Now we're going to take our gauge, and we want to push on the table a little bit and zero this in. And the reason we want to push on the table here while we do this is that when the table's all the way up against the stop, it creates a kind of a binding situation. There's a lot of spring pressure when this thing's all the way up. And I'll just show you real quick. If you watch the needle, if I turn the knob, you watch the needle move, say it's moved 1/1000 there, but watch what happens when I touch the table, right? The needle bounces, and that's because it's bound up on that stud there. There's no way to avoid that, but the way that you avoid it when you're doing your adjustment is to make your adjustments with the table just pushed in just a little bit so it's not, and then you can see the needles barely moving. All right, we've got our rings back in the right position. So in this case, what we wanted to do, we'll recheck our 0. Okay, we know we're at 0. We wanted to take, let's say we want to take 5/1000. So again, we want to push on the table a little bit, and we're going to adjust it 5/1000. Bounce the table a little bit, make sure it's at 5/1000. Now, the other thing that we run into, this is a bit of material, just so everybody knows. This is more than what we would typically remove. And again, you want to be very careful about nice and gentle. Okay. And then at this point, you would take it out and check your board, check it in your board again to make sure you've got the correct setting. I would caution people to creep up on your adjustment. Don't, if you need 5 thousandths, don't take 5 thousandths at once. Maybe take 3 thousandths, maybe 4. Double checking the board just to make sure, because again, things can move around and you don't want to overgrind the ring. All right, a couple other things. As mentioned before, anytime you use the adjuster, you don't want the table all the way down, pushed on the table, because it'll bind, and you don't want it all the way up. So as long as you're doing that, you're going to get a good result and you get an accurate needle measurement. The other thing that, if you notice a little bit, sometimes this needle moves a little bit as it comes off the grinding wheel up to the top position and then back again. That's okay. That's kind of irrelevant, because all we're doing, all this adjustment for, and this dial indicator is for, is to let us know how much to move this table. What the needle does between the grinding wheel and this position up here is completely irrelevant. What we want to make sure is just that we move the table the exact amount we want. And like I said, if you just keep that like that, when you make your adjustment, you move it a thousandths, it'll be, if it's a thousandths here, it's going to be a thousandths closer when it gets to the wheel. That's it. All right, there you go. If you have any other questions about our ring filers or filing rings in general, just give us a call or text line. You can reach us at 1-800-874-2753 or www.totalseal.com.